On the flight into Bangor, I had some time to read some books on the history of Maine, and one name kept popping up: Collins. A family that came from England in the 18th century to operate a fleet of fishing ships and later its own cannery, becoming quite wealthy. Apart from the village named for them that supports the business, they had a coastal estate known as Collinwood. This is where I'll try and find Madeline, or anyone who knows her. I took a 50-mile bus ride to Collinsport and got a room at the Collinsport Inn for Saul. Tony's wallet will be pleased that it's out-of-season rates. After a meal at a local tavern, answers on finding Collinwood was easy. Getting there, not so much. The village was economically challenged due to years of overfishing, so there were no taxis. I had to pay a delivery driver from a grocery store to take me there, and the ride was a bit scary with a very steep, twisting road. The estate was huge, with gardens, structures, forests, all gloomy and not maintained. It was a ghost of its former glory. Arriving before sunset, the door was answered by a somewhat squeamish-looking man. I introduced myself and explained I was here to talk to a Mr. Barnabus Collins about a woman he may know or be related to. Willie brought me in and said Barnabas was expected to arrive shortly from elsewhere on the estate. He led me into a large parlor, passing through halls that were lit by candles. This place is so old, much of it never got electrical wiring. He introduced me to a lady, Dr. Julia Hoffman, who is Barnabas's physician and close friend. She was warm, but gave me the feeling her style and breeding was beyond my pay grade, although she found my hat quite amusing. She took interest in my story, saying, as far as she knew, Barnabas had no close relative women, here or in England where he came from years ago. As I gave her the details of Madeline's insanity, I learned that she is the chief of staff at a nearby sanitarium. At this point, I don't know if I'm lucky, or if this hints that there's more bad things in store for me later. Item: I would later learn the dark history of this family and its curses explains why a shrink would hang around this place. While I fumbled to find a photo of Parker to show her, in case it was a patient she knew, the mood of the room changed. I heard a voice behind me say, "I hope Julia has kept you entertained, Mr. Kolchak. I understand you wish to speak to me. My name is Barnabus Collins." I turned around to find a man who looked out of time, dark and mysterious. Impeccably dressed suit with some kind of cloak, and a walking cane with a wolf's head. He was smiling at me, very friendly, but something in me was giving me a sense of danger, something familiar. I stopped to shake hands and thank him for the audience, and explained that a dangerous woman had escaped an institution and is missing, who had listed him as closest relative. He said he had none, and no one in the Collins family living were ever a model. He apologized that I had come all this way for nothing, so I pulled out the picture and said, "Are you sure you don't know this woman?" When he stared at the picture, he froze, like he'd seen a ghost. I later learned how right I was. More importantly, I got those same looks from both Willie and Dr. Hoffman when they saw it. Oh, they definitely knew her, and how dangerous she is. I said, "I'm guessing you realize how serious this is. So, Was she an escapee from your facility as well, Dr. Hoffman?
No, Barnabus, what does this mean?
Mr. Kolchak, this Miss Parker you know has gone by other names, and she has been threatening my life and my family for many years. Many years. Please, tell me everything you know about her and your encounter. I said that there may be some parts they'll think are crazy to believe, but he assured me they would believe every word. And they did. They accepted that she was a witch with demonic powers as readily as if I said she cheated on her taxes. I could feel the fear pulsing in them reflecting on this woman. What could she have done to them? And how did they stop her before? They asked me to please wait here a moment, then all stepped outside the room to consult. While it was refreshing finding others who actually believed me, the downside is I just joined a larger group of targets for her wrath. When they came back in, Barnabus was wearing his cloak again. He told Willie to go into town and see if Quentin had returned back from Portland, to inform him of what's happened and bring him straight to the old house.
Mr. Kolchak, thank you for warning me of this great danger to my family. Because you have fought her before and are also in danger, we will take you into our confidence and tell you more about the witch we know as Angelique.